I think the reason that everybody who watches the movie They Live get freaked out by that movie, even though it's a John Carpenter movie from the 80s, still to this day people freak out watching it. It's because deep down, even the least conspiracy-minded person wonders to themselves after they watch that film, how much of that is true? All these decades later, that movie still touches the nerve that, to some extent, that stuff is going on. That there might be a signal or various signals that are being sent out to control the population, to control society's thoughts, to steer and direct their impulses. And today, these kinds of messages are coming earlier and earlier, and they're being taught to our children through what they watch on television, where they probably can't even fully grasp that concept yet, but the establishment is feeding it into their little minds anyway. Case in point, SpongeBob. Most people here have seen the SpongeBob movie, where the evil mastermind Plankton is going to take over the town by giving everyone a metal bucket helmet with an antenna on top, and then he launches a giant antenna into the air out of his restaurant that sends out a signal beaming to these helmets and turns everybody into willing, obedient zombie slaves, basically. Now, you guys know, you've seen our videos, you've come to our channel. Electromagnetic frequency-based mind control, I mean, we've discussed that at length. We've shown, gosh, I don't know, military documents and patents. There's all kinds of research that's been done in this area, starting all the way back, actually before the CIA launched MKUltra. That documentation is out there for anybody who wants to go look at that, find it. People call us conspiracy theorists, but you're either going to go read and do the research on that and know for yourself what exists and what's been weaponized, etc., or you're not. I mean, if you think it's a conspiracy, frequency-based mind control, then it's simply because you have not done enough reading and research. That's all I can say about that. So the other day, I'm sitting here working in my office, and my kid is in the other room watching a Pokemon cartoon. And all of a sudden, the words just in the background while I'm working start coming to me, and I realize what the topic is that he's actually watching. And this is a cartoon that's rated Youth 7, so it's rated for 7-year-olds who aren't going to have any idea about these kinds of technologies or how they actually can work and how very low-level non-ionizing radiation can affect your nervous system, all that kind of stuff. Stuff that little kids, right over their heads, just airplane. This is some very interesting predictive programming in this cartoon. You guys need to see this.
Mr. Getsis, I trust you were able to witness that. I have a theory. Pokemon brainwaves are divided into 4 groups. They are alpha waves, beta waves, gamma waves, and delta waves. Using electromagnetic waves to create stress in the test subject, we increase its power to maximum potential. Previously, the EM waves emitted by this device affected any nearby Pokemon. Now, we can target specific test subjects thanks to numerous upgrades. The key to the success of this device is that it suppresses the alpha waves while amplifying the gamma and delta waves. I've succeeded in targeting a specific Pokemon and maximizing its power, and they're under our control at all times.
That's what they're showing little kids in a Pokemon cartoon. Total revelation of the method to small children who aren't even going to understand these concepts in a concrete way or realize that that's the kind of technology that governments and military have been working on for decades now. And now they're just casually putting that in as a plot for a Pokemon cartoon primarily watched by children. Okay? It really, really makes my skin... I get goosebumps. Because I wonder to myself if the Navy Yard shooter, Aaron Alexis, who had carved my ELF weapon into his gun before he went on a rampage and killed a bunch of people at the Navy Yard, I wonder what he would have thought about watching this Pokemon cartoon. When he went to the police and said, they are beaming me with electromagnetic frequency weapons and torturing me with that. I watched this Pokemon cartoon and I have to wonder to myself, when they laughed at him, did they go, oh, that's silly. That's just the plot of a Pokemon cartoon or something. Just, you're crazy.
Now we can target specific test subjects, and they're under our control at all times.